Hi children. Now let's continue with the question. What is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon? Here the condition is it should be a regular polygon. It means all the sides and all the angles should be equal. In which case we will satisfy both these things. In which polygon? If I ask you a question, which polygon has minimum number of sides? What will be your answer? Yes, it is triangle. What will be the angle in a regular triangle? What is the special name for a regular triangle? Yes, it is equilateral triangle. What will be the angle for that equilateral triangle? Yes, it is 60 degree. Okay, that then only we will add 60 plus 60 plus 60, we will get 180 degree. All sides are equal in a quadrilateral. What is that shape specially called as? It is square, isn't it? In square, see, if I have a square, first we talked about triangle, then now we are going to talk about square. If I have a square, this is the regular polygon with 4 sides. So what will be each angle here? 90, 90. If I add all these 4 90s, we will get 360. There we got 180. Here we get 360. If it is a pentagon, we will have 540. It keeps on increasing, isn't it? So which is the minimum angle now? In triangle, I said it is 60 degree each. Equilateral triangle. It is an equilateral triangle. Here it is a regular quadrilateral. Regular quadrilateral is nothing but a square. Here all the angles are 90 degree. It is greater than 60 degree. So which is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon? Yes, it is 60 degree. But I cannot write the statement that I have explained you now. To have a proper explanation in a mathematical way, these are the steps we should follow. The measure of each angle we know it to be n minus 2 into 180 by n. And the condition is that this angle should be greater than 0. Okay, angle will be greater than 0. Automatically, if I get transpose this, imagine this greater is something like equal to sine itself. And transpose this, we will get this n when it get transposed 0. So we will have, if I transpose 180 into 0 will also be 0. Let me make it clear, children. 0 into n is 0. If I transpose this 180, it comes in denominator. Again, it is 0. So then if I transpose 2, we will get plus 2 here. So n is greater than 2. In which polygon we have n to be greater than 2? It's the equilateral triangle. So the minimum measure or the angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degree. This is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon. Is it clear, children? The next question is, what is the maximum interior angle possible for a regular polygon? Think maximum interior angle. It keeps on increasing. See, 60, then 90. Then if it is a pentagon, it is still more greater, 120. It keeps on increasing. Do we have any limit for that? No, my dear children, we don't have any limit. So we don't have any limit for maximum interior angle. For maximum interior angle, no limit. Keep that in mind. Next question is, what is the maximum exterior angle possible for a regular polygon? Now there we discussed about interior angle. Now we are going to discuss about exterior angle. So we said minimum interior angle. Minimum interior angle is 360 degree. This is interior. What will be its exterior angle if I extend it here? It is surely equal to 120 because these two are supplementary angles. No, if I add these two, it becomes 180. So this is 120 degree. So if this is minimum, this is maximum exterior angle. Is it clear, children? So from part A, we can conclude that the maximum exterior angle of a regular polygon is 120 degree. So make it clear, maximum exterior angle is 120. Minimum exterior angle is unlimited. Okay, it can be anything. Next question is, we are going to have a new shape now. This activity, I want you all people to do it in your classwork note, cutting and pasting. Okay, you have to take 3 congruent triangles of side 3 cm, 4 cm and 5 cm. Make one triangle, trace it and make 2 more copies of it and try to arrange it as it is given here. And what shape do you get here? Do you name it with a special name? Or what nature do you see here? See here, this line DC and AB are parallel. Here the measure of AD and CB are not same and they are also not parallel. Only one pair is parallel. What is the name of such a shape? Yes, it is nothing but a trapezium. So, if I have a quadrilateral with one pair alone as parallel, we call it as trapezium. What is the name if I have the other pair also parallel? See here, A, B at this point and C, D, A. Yes, it is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. Is it clear, children? If I have in a trapezium, I'm not talking about parallelogram now. In trapezium, if the non-parallel sides, these two are non-parallel sides, DA and CB are non-parallel sides. If they are measuring equal, then we call it as isosceles trapezium. So you have so many questions followed here in this activity. You have to cut 3 triangles, arrange them in the form of trapezium and answer all the questions that is here. Okay, should the non-parallel sides be equal? You can get 2 more trapeziums using the same set of triangles by rearranging them in different way. Surely you will get it. You have to rearrange them and find the 2 more trapezium also. So you will paste 3 trapeziums in your classwork note. Is it clear, children? And you should answer, did you get any isosceles trapezium in your investigation given above? Surely all these questions you should do and I will not going to give you any answer because you are going to discuss all these things in later sessions. Is it clear, children? So we start with the trapezium with an activity. The next thing is the trapezium definition. It's a quadrilateral with a pair of parallel sides. It means only one pair of parallel sides. Can it be if I have a rectangle? Is it a trapezium? Is rectangle a trapezium? It has one parallel side. Square. It too have one parallel side. Is it a trapezium? Think. Keep thinking. And you should answer me at the end of this session. Okay? Or we will continue in next class. See. The parallel symbol is denoted using this ray symbol. It means that these 2 sides are parallel. Here we don't have any ray. It means they are not parallel. Here it is parallel. Here it is parallel. It looks as if it is a parallelogram. These 2 are parallels. But they didn't give us the symbol of this arrow mark. So, you should say that these 2 are non-parallel sides. You should not believe what you see. You should investigate what you see. That investigation is with the symbols here. Okay. Once Periyar told, Kannal parpadum poi, Kadal ketpadum poi, Thira visaripade me. So it stands good for this situation. It looks as if it is a parallel. These 2 are parallel. But without symbol, you should not agree that they are parallel. Is it clear, children? Only one pair is parallel. So these are the collection of trapezium. Here we don't have trapezium. No 2 sides are parallel here. Here we have 5 sides. It's not a quadrilateral itself. Then how can we talk about as a trapezium? So be careful, children. Though it satisfies the condition of one pair of parallel sides, it doesn't satisfy the condition of a quadrilateral. So it is not a trapezium, this figure. Okay, children? So the next thing is, what shape do you see here? Yes, here they have given a symbol. 2 adjacent sides are equal. See, These two adjacent, these two are equal. Here these two adjacent sides are equal. What is the special name for this? How does it look like? You have played with these shapes. Surely you would have played. Yes, it is kite. A kite has 4 sides. It's a quadrilateral. They are exactly 2 distinct consecutive pairs of sides of equal length. Consecutive pairs or equal length. Is it clear, children? And this is kite. Now the special activity again for kite. And try to make a kite and enjoy the day. Okay. Here is an activity. Even this you should do it in your note and you should answer the question that is there here. See here. Has the kite any line of symmetry? Or the diagonals equal in length? You have to answer. I am not going to answer, my dear children. Do they indicate any diagonal being an angle bisector? I am not going to answer. You are going to investigate and you are going to answer these 4 questions. Here we will have 1 question. See here, what do we infer from this question? All these 4 questions, you should answer it in your classwork note. After doing this activity, it's very simple. Just by looking at it, you can answer it yes or no only. So it's simple questions. Is it clear, children? Here the next thing is a parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. If we have only 1 pair of parallel sides, it is a trapezium. If we have 2 pairs of parallel sides in a quadrilateral, it is a parallelogram. What are the elements of a parallelogram? We will talk about opposite sides. Here, what are the opposite sides? AD and BC are opposite sides. Then other pair is AB and CD. These are opposite sides. Okay, I can mark it with symbols like this. Then what we will talk about? We will talk about angles. How many angles we will have? Opposite angles. Angle B, angle D. This is 1 pair. Angle A and angle C are another pair. Then what else we will talk? Adjacent sides. What are adjacent sides? AD, AB or AB, BC or BC, CD. You will have 4 pairs of adjacent sides. Then adjacent angles. Here too we will have 4 pairs of adjacent angles. Angle A, angle B, angle B, angle C, angle C, angle D, angle D, angle A. Okay. Then we will talk about its properties. The first property is the opposite sides of parallelogram are of equal length. These are very simple thing you already know. Then the opposite angles of a parallelogram are of equal measure. You also know this angle and this angles are equal. You have different activity for each and every property in your textbooks. You can try it and have fun. Okay. Opposite angles are equal. And did you note that? See, 1 pair is acute angle and another pair is obtuse angle. Even that you should note it. It will be asked in 1 mark in a different way. If angle A is an acute angle, if angle A is an obtuse angle, what will be the angle B? Acute, obtuse, right, reflex. Surely it is going to be acute angle. Likewise, you may get a question. The next thing is the adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. What does it mean? Supplementary. Yes, if we add the 2 angles, we will get the answer to be 180 degree. We will have 2 angles as adjacent angles now. What is the adjacent angle of A? Yes, it is B. If I add these 2 angles, it measures 180 degree. Then the last property is the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. It means it divides it into 2 equal parts. This BD is 1 full diagonal and OB is equal to OD. OA is equal to OC. Is it clear, children? And have a very good look over this slide. Okay, I couldn't place anywhere. So have a look over all these things. It's a square. I will ask you questions based on these things. Okay, have a look over this. Next class, I will ask you question based on this slide. So observe nicely. Okay, children? Okay, with this, let me say thank you. So before that, complete exercise 3.2 fully and do 2 activity in your classwork note. Thank you, children. Take care, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.